Welcome back to my kitchen. I am today going to show you how to make a walnut arugula pesto, and then we're going to bring it together with some farfalle pasta and some fresh cherry tomatoes for a delicious pasta dish. So this pesto here is really easy. It's just going to be the main two ingredients are arugula and walnuts. So you're going to need either a blender or a food processor or an immersion blender for this. Just something to make the pesto in. Today I'm going to use a food processor, and our first ingredient is going to be the arugula. This is already washed arugula, ready to go. Just got it at my local Safeway, and we need about 2 cups of this, and I usually try to pack it pretty good. So 1 cup there, and about 2 cups. And I'm making a double recipe today, so if you don't want as much, you could just cut this in half. So 2 cups of 2 cups of arugula there, and then we're going to do about a ½ cup of the walnuts. And don't even need to chop these up, just get a nice ½ cup there and go straight in. All right. We're going to do 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. These are kind of small cloves, so I'm just going to use 3, and don't need to do anything to them, just throw them straight in. And we're not going to use any lemon juice, but we are going to use the zest of a lemon here, and we need about 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. And if you don't have like a microplane or a zester like what I'm using here, you could just use a regular grater and just try to get light sort of small bits of zest. You don't want to get really big chunks and shreds of lemon, but just try to get some of this lemon zest if you can. If you don't have one of these, I'd recommend it. This one I believe is just a zester. I refer to it as a microplane often, but it's really more of a zester. Microplanes tend to be a little bit more fine and than these zesters, but definitely pick one up. And when I'm zesting a lemon, I don't want to get any of that white pith. I just want to get that yellow off the lemon. And about 2 teaspoons, so we're doing about the whole lemon here. And I'll just go like 1 to 2 strokes and check it and see where I'm missing. And for the most part, it looks like we've just about got it all there. And then just beat it in there. So we want to have a fairly naked lemon after that. So zest of a lemon, we're going to go about a teaspoon of salt, and about a teaspoon of black pepper. And finally, we're going to add some liquid. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of water to start, and then we'll drizzle in our olive oil as we're going. So lid on, and I'm just going to pulse this around for a bit. Get everything nice and broke up. Now that everything's broken up, I'm going to pop this little guy off here, and we're just going to turn it on, let it go. And we want to drizzle in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and you just want to do it slowly. And you can see now it's really starting to blend up. And you can stop it and scrape down the sides, kind of give it a taste. Get a little spatula out here. Ultimately, we want to get all of those bits kind of processed in. Let's give it a little taste here and see how it's doing. Oh wow. It's so peppery. It's delicious. Okay, so give it a couple more pulses here, to finish breaking everything down. All right, brilliant. And I'll show you what it should look like here. Just some beautiful light green pesto, and you can still see the little chunks of walnut in there. Wonderful. right, so we've got our pesto and our farfalle pasta here. We're just going to dump our all our pesto into this pan. It's been preheating on a medium-low for just a couple of minutes, and I just want to get every bit of that pesto in there. And then we're going to combine it with our farfalle pasta, and I'm going to show you how to get your pasta really nice and coated. Get all that sauce really evenly distributed and coated onto the pasta. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, so we've got our pesto in there. What we're going to do here is we're going to take our farfalle pasta and we're just going to scoop it in. I don't want to drain this at all. I just want to pick up the pasta while it's wet and just go straight into the pesto. And the starch water from this pasta is going to help thicken our pesto and help bring everything together really nicely. Okay, let's go ahead and start folding it together. Beautiful bright green texture. Oh yeah, gorgeous. All right, yeah, so I'm definitely gonna add some more of that pasta here. Looks like it can take it. Perfect. And this really doesn't need to cook. You really just want to kind of heat that pesto all the way through and get your pasta nice and coated. What we're going to do is we're going to add about half of the tomatoes now. So I've got these Hab cherry tomatoes. I just want to go straight into the pasta with them. I want to save a little bit to add fresh at the end as a garnish. So just bring all of those ingredients together nicely into this pan. You can drop it down on a low heat. You don't really, like I said, you don't want to cook this because you don't want to overcook the pasta. Okay, so we've got our beautifully plated pasta here with the tomatoes already in it. What we're going to do here is we're going to add just a little sprinkle of arugula, and I'm going to stir that through just to really drive home that arugula pesto. So last thing we're going to do is throw some fresh cherry tomatoes on top, and we'll have some slightly warmed cherry tomatoes and some nice cool crisp cherry tomatoes in here, so that'll be really nice variance in texture. Alright, so I had to add one last thing. I just added some roasted pine nuts to it. But we've got our nice fresh arugula and our fresh tomatoes along with the tomatoes that we folded in and a little bit of roasted pine nuts on top. And we're going to give it a go here. It looks amazing. Get a little bit of that arugula, a little bit of tomato. The pine nuts was a really good addition. If you have those, definitely use them. If not, you know, it's optional, but wow, it's so good. I love farfalle pasta. I had it a lot as a kid, and it really is nostalgic eating that. But those tomatoes are in season right now. I definitely recommend to go out and get some fresh cherry tomatoes from your farmer's market or from Safeway or wherever your local grocery store is. Get some fresh in season cherry tomatoes and some arugula and some walnuts and make this pesto and make this pasta dish, because it is absolutely delicious. Wow. Oh yeah. So good, so quick, so easy, green, and just delicious. So hope you enjoyed the recipe and hope you give it a try. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more daily vegan content like this. And I'll catch you on the next one.